So we are going to plant up some Cheyenne long slim red hot peppers. Now I started these doing this method of using a heat mat and a container and a paper towel method. So as you can see, I have some sprouts here and I need to get these transplanted now that they have sprouted. So I have my cups ready and I'm going to try to do this with one hand. I have a chopstick here I'm going to use to make a hole. I'm not going to make them too deep, but just deep enough to put the little seedlings in. And you guys, I started these, the first time I did it, I started it, it was February the 12th. You can see right here it says February 12th. Well, I didn't get to them, I didn't get them planted up, and so they died. So I thought I'd start over, and it took 4 to 5 days for them to germinate. So then I started this again on February the 22nd. Now I know that looks like a 7, but it's actually a 2. So on February 22nd, I started them again, and they germinated in about 5 to 6 days. So now I'm going to get these planted up. I didn't want to have these go to waste on me. So I have the holes dug, and so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pick one up and just drop it in the hole. See that? There it goes. And then I'm going to just push it down a little bit, and then I'm going to cover it up. I might have been out of frame when I did that, I'm sorry. So that one is done. So I'm hoping that they come along and thrive and grow. This is the first time that I've ever done this kind of method, and it worked. So here's another one. We'll take it to this hole and drop it in there. Hopefully you saw that. There it is. That little stem piece you see there. And now I'm going to just cover it up with the chopstick. And that's all there is to it. So I'm going to do 4 more. So let's take this one. This one seems to be a little further along. We're going to drop it right there. Didn't quite get all the way down there, but gently move it over. I was trying to grab onto the stick, and then just bury it as gently as you can. And then we'll go ahead and do the last 3. So this is a very simple process, and I hope for success. And I will definitely keep you updated on how these guys are doing, if they made it. I think they'll be just fine. Okay, so I have 2 more. Let's see, we see this one here. Let's put this one in this hole right here. There we go. You don't want to bury these too deep, because on the seed packet, if I'm not mistaken, you want to bury them 1/4 of an inch deep. And 1/4 of an inch is barely anything. So got 1 more, and we're going to go for this one on the top. Not sure what I'm going to do with the remaining seeds. I could leave them on the heat mat for a few more days just to see if these guys are going to come up. So we'll see. Okay, I got them all planted up. That was so simple. So actually I have 1 seed here that has some germination, but the other ones I don't see anything. So it may take them a little bit longer, or they may not germinate at all, but I was able to get at least 6 good seeds. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. So it's very easy to do. Didn't take long. All you need is a container, a paper towel, and you just want to have it damp. Don't have it like sopping wet, but just a damp paper towel, and put your seeds on it, space them out, and then you want to label it with some plastic wrap. Make sure you put the name of it, and also the date that you started it. So like I said, the first time I started it was on the 12th of February. I let them, I didn't take care of them and they died, and then I started again on February 27th, and they germinated like, about 5 or 6 days. So it doesn't take long on a heat mat. Usually it'll say for peppers to germinate in soil, it takes, up to 20 days or 20 something days. So that was pretty fast for the seeds to germinate that quickly on a heat mat. So if you want to get a heat mat, I got mine on Amazon, and I want to say I spent like $10 on it. Worth every penny. And yeah, so go ahead and grow some hot peppers, or you can experiment with other seedlings like tomatoes and eggplants. I have my tomatoes outside, and eggplants are outside, and some other peppers outside, and they are thriving and doing well, loving the light, and they're getting a little bit bigger, so I am encouraged. So that's it for this video, and I hope you get out there and plant something today. Get your trowels out and dig. See you next time. Bye.